say the moon watches all lovers at night, blessing their secrets with light. But in my village, we learned that if you stare at the moon too long, it might fall in love with you too. And when the moon falls in love, someone must die. My name is Obinna, and I grew up in a quiet Igbo village called Owuyud, a place surrounded by palm trees, red earth, and stories that walked among us like living spirits. My grandmother used to say, "Miu no onu modu no ebi onu," spirits and humans live side by side. When I was 12, I saw something I will never forget. It was the night of the youth festival, when everyone in the village danced under the full moon. The air smelled of roasted corn, palm wine, and drumming. The moon was larger than I had ever seen, golden, round, and strangely alive. Everyone said it was the moon's blessing on our harvest. But I remember, it was staring at one person, Adeze. Adeze was the most beautiful girl in Owuyud, tall, dark, graceful, with eyes that reflected light like water. That night, when she danced, the moon seemed to follow her. Every time she turned, its light curved across her face, as if it wanted to touch her. Even as a boy, I felt something wasn't right. Days after the festival, strange things began to happen. At night, Adeze would walk to the village square alone. People said they saw her talking to the moon, whispering, smiling, sometimes laughing softly as if she heard someone reply. Her mother begged her to stop, but Adeze said, "The moon listens to me. It loves me." The elders called it madness, but my grandmother said it was lust of the spirits when something from the sky falls for flesh. One night, curiosity swallowed my fear. I followed her. The night was still. Crickets hummed softly. I hid behind the ojirisai tree, watching. Adeze stood in the middle of the square wearing only a white wrapper, her hair glowing under the moonlight. And then I saw it. The moon, the same one that hung above us all, began to move. At first I thought it was my eyes. But the light grew brighter, closer, hotter. Shadows stretched. The ground trembled softly. Adeze raised her hands and whispered, "My love, you came." And then, a voice answered. It wasn't loud, it was deep, like thunder hidden underwater. Adeze. The sound crawled through my bones. I wanted to run, but my feet refused. The air thickened. The night wind stopped moving. I could see Adeze's face glowing, half human, half something else. The moonlight wrapped around her body like fingers. Then, for a moment, the moon descended. It hung just above the trees, its light swallowing the entire square. Adeze stretched her arms toward it, tears streaming down her face. The ground split slightly, and the smell of burning earth filled the air. She whispered, "Take me with you." And the moon obeyed. A long, thin beam of light descended and wrapped her whole body. She screamed, not in pain, but in love, and then, silence. The beam disappeared. The moon returned to the sky. Adeze was gone. The next morning, the elders gathered at the square. All that was left of her was a circle of white ashes, cold, but glowing faintly, even under the sun. Her mother wailed until her voice broke. The priest said, "Chokwu Ekwina, the sky has taken what it loves." That night, the moon refused to shine. The sky was black. And for the first time in Owuyud, the night felt empty. Weeks passed, but peace never returned. Children fell sick. Goats stopped eating. The river turned pale like milk. People whispered, "Adeze's spirit walks." One night, my grandmother shook me awake. "Obinna," she said, "don't look at the window. No matter what you hear." But I was young and foolish. When I heard someone calling my name in a soft, beautiful voice, I looked. It was her, Adeze, standing under the palm tree, her skin silver, her eyes glowing white. Her voice floated like wind, "Obinna, tell them I'm happy. Tell them the moon waits for me every night." I froze. Her feet weren't touching the ground. The air around her shimmered like hot air on firewood. Then she smiled and vanished into the sky. From that night, I never saw her again. But the moon changed forever. It never looked the same. Sometimes it turns red like fire, and when it does, dogs bark without reason, and women cover their mirrors with cloth. Because they say, when the moon turns red, it remembers the girl it once loved. Years later, when I became an elder, I told my children never to look too long at the moon, no matter how beautiful it shines. Because love from the sky never ends well. The gods are jealous, and when they love, they destroy.